And we're just going to be turning a cardboard box or boxes into a fishbowl PC that is going to be designed for a nuclear jungle. Should put down rainforest jungle. I don't know. I would go with rainforest jungle. Really interesting challenge though. But anyway, let me get him taken care of. I got something to do for him real quick, and we'll get to this. So basically, we're building a nuclear jungle. It's gonna be pretty cool. A lot of overgrown vines and plants and man-eating plant. A damaged war machine that's being repaired by these micro robots. A couple of huge, massive man-eating plants and a giant frog. We're going to be running a nuclear power plant, which we're going to run in all out of our PC parts here. And we had to go pick up, trying to see what we can get out of a black and orange, what kind of color we can get out of it. Because we need to paint the base and go in and basically attach this surface down this build right here. And I had to look up again specs for running the VR glasses. First thing, we got all the holes cut in here. Everything that where it needs to go, where we need to China wires and cables and all that stuff. And then the next stage is basically painting the structure. That we're definitely going to have to do. And then we're going to basically do another rough texture to it using caulking and then redo it again. Give it more of a damaged structure. So yeah, a lot of work to do. I'm pretty sure I got wires and all that stuff in here somewhere. So find all that stuff we're going to need and get this thing, get ready to be glued down. But first things first, I'm going to check out and see what happens with this color. See what we get here. Actually, I'm going to take my charge out here. Right there. I'm building me a new cardboard stand. What the heck was that? That was a water bottle. I'm building me a new cardboard stand for my phone. Really? Can you give me a minute to get something done here before you start doing the ruckus? Jeez. No sooner than I freaking start getting ready to work on something. Here he comes with the ruckus. Here's some new paint we just bought. We're going to have to get into a habit of mixing our own colors to get what we want. Oh, it's not there. There we go. Stand up for this. That's interesting. I'll take this instead. Gives it kind of like a steel-like look to it. Later on, we can add the rust to it. It gives it kind of a steel-like structure and color to it. I like that better. Where is the rack? So that gave me an idea right there. That's beautiful. This is for the frozen PC. That's for that. Then we mix together for that, for the inside of that freezer. Getting this ready. I have to do a paint job there too also. Sometimes you can't get the color you want. Yeah, sometimes you have to make the color. That's what happened when I did the Japanese tea room up in Haventown. Just couldn't get that red the way I wanted it. Wanted a little darker burnt red. So we had to make that color. That's for me for the refrigerator. Alright, so let's get this thing glued down. How we want it. Okay, so we read here on this one. So it's going to be on the very edge. That's where it's going to be at. Got some fresh Elmer's glue. Yeah, this is going to be a VR station. We can use it for basically regular gaming if we want to hook it up that way. But it is going to have VR applications to be able to run our VR glasses. Now, I wanted to try to figure out a theme for the nuclear jungle. So, mind this thing's going to have a cloud system installed to the top to give this kind of thunder effect over top of it. And since we're building the VR station, I thought it'd be really nice to make this world as if it was from the VR world. As it's basically, it's glitching, it's stuck in this realm. This realm where we're going to be designing. So I think that's a good theme for it. We got these abnormal plants and this giant toad and huge nuclear war machine. And we can make a nice storyline behind that. That war machine is actually the person who was basically operating the VR. That's where he's at right now. So we'll build an entire simulator, I guess from VR, and we'll make this a VR station. So it's looking at the specifications required for VR. I want to make sure that we can run the Oculus 2 through here. I'm not too happy about the data cable. The data cable is going to cost me $80 to put in the data cable. That's going to cost me some money. Let's make sure this thing is right where it's supposed to be at, because this thing is supposed to push out. So let me make sure we're right there. This thing has to lay flat to this right here. So before we really start pressing down on this glue, let's make sure we're going to hit that spot. And while I'm at it, where is the stickies? I need the stickies to put this thing in place. me see, where are they? I think they're over here. It's there. Before we get to that part, we need to make sure this is going to hit flat against this. That's very important that it does. Right, that's where it would be at. Okay, cool. Now we get an idea of where this thing's going to be at. Use these like clamps. Situated at the same time. Put this in the clamp. We need to clamp it. Let's go back in again. I would say one thing. This is one of the more difficult ones that fought me left and right. I'm just trying to get this thing done. It fought me the most. And I take it apart multiple times because you can get the parts where they're supposed to go. But usually ones that are harder to build are the ones that come out looking absolutely insane. All right, come on. Just a little bit. Make things very flat against that. Come on. All right. All right, buddy, I'm going to put you in your holder because you seem to be going a little nuts. You're doing too... Oh, that's what he's doing. He's tracking something. Something's in the ceiling that's bugging him. Because again, I keep forgetting. I think we got a mouse there somewhere. I don't like how this is... I like how it's here, but I don't like this part. That's better. Let's get this from here to here. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it to lay so it lays flat because we get the plexiglass coming in there. That's why. And I need this to size up just right to where the plexiglass is coming at. Okay. All right, good. And it needs to lay flat here at the bottom. Let's get another sticky. And this will stay here while all this is being glued in. And we need another one on the other side too. Come on. The things don't start vortexing out here. Alright, we're good there. Alright. Where's the glue at? I'm going to drop this in heavy. Glue, 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 glue. Where are you? There you are, behind here. Not a place you should be at. Come on, baby. Just in a few minutes ago, you can push right on over. You need to make sure you lay nice and flat against that surface. Tighten me a little bit there. Okay, that's perfectly flat there. And oh, perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect. All right, let me get no more of this. The reason why these little capes like this really doesn't make a difference because this is all going to be painted like a rough structure. So the more detail we can add to it, the better. But this doesn't make a difference. All this, you won't see it because, again, we're going to have this jungle here. Got it nice and laying right there, nice and flat here. Power supply goes in right here. We have from power supply, we have here for the power cable here, here, out here, and then for the rest of the needed to power the board, I need to come out from here, connect around there, because we're going to have all those cables are going to be wrapped around this UV light and these cables like this wrapped around them to show that there's power going to the station, but the station is malfunctioning. I do like to build nuclear plants that are basically functioning and not functioning. Calm and chaos combined. All right, get that structure put in. I'm happy with that. It is basically going down nicely. Everything is tabbed in nicely. I'm going to do a fast demonstration showing you how to build the case we have over there with just a knife. No scissors required. Easy build. Now all these videos we're doing, because they're not set, I don't want to talk about the other stuff, got to keep it to the point. I need to load these to my website. So, to the point. All right. Let's go over here. That's done. What are we watching? The whole freaking video. I don't know what. Good. Copyright free loft music. Let me see. All right. bottom base here. We have to put these on little feet. Definitely do that. Oh, yeah, second design. Okay, so connect. Let that dry. Start the paint job on it. Again, really, whole freaking video. Give me an asshole. Let me see. Where's my rag? Nowhere to be found. Where is the rag? Jeez. Quarter of every time I want to look at something missing. I do it. I like this. That's copyrighted music. I like this. All right. Let's begin the structure painting. Not the place to be at, buddy boy. Look, you've been getting a lot of trouble lately. Too much mischief. Cool your jets. Now the reason why I want to go with this, the more of a steel gray kind of look to it, because again we do have to do a multiple shade bronze job, kind of rusted steel, and that's going to be hard to do if the surface is already bronze. I'm not going to get that shade look to it. So go back over. Now the platform here has to be something different. That's going to be a mixture of green and brown combined. Because we've got a lot of veggie overgrow. Wait a minute. What's going on here? It sounds like video game music. Sorry about that. And you probably wonder why I'm taping it up like this, because I'm giving it texture. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's the whole purpose of it all. So we give a little structure to it. There's the paper mache. Same thing. The corners look too perfect. That's fine. I'm going to show you how to add corrosion to wire, pipes, multiple shades of greens, how to skin back your wires, make them look like the copper is exposed. You ever do an aging process on something? Try to make it look old? There's an art to that. Aging things. Taking something brand new now and making it look like it's been around for like centuries. How to dirty the glass. You can actually see through it, but yet you can't, but you can. Aging process. Adding texture and wrinkle to the surface. Some nice little strips. Don't have to be fancy. Just tear it out. When you do this kind of artwork at the end of the day, this is basically you have to just flow with it. You know, nothing. If you want to be perfect and everything in sync, it ain't gonna work. In order to get beauty, you have to have chaos. So that's what we do. We create chaos. Everything's out of control. And you bring it all together with the paint. I know it sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but that's what it is. You're seeing somebody do splatter art, they're just taking things, just splatting paint all over the screen. And then they just come up close and they just gently bring it all together. Bring form to it. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. That's what I like about that artwork over there. It's kind of like artwork PC. Artwork design. And that's why I see when people do these mods and stuff, they make these all different kinds of interesting pipes and different colors coming out, and the structures that they do, it's art. My music. I keep laughing about the freaking World War Z. You meet the guy in the subway and he goes, "Who shut up my train?" It's interesting because what I like about these zombie games is the fact that, you know, these people are bunkered in their bunkers, right? And not really realizing the army's gonna bomb the entire city, like everything's gonna be gone. I never really thought about that when you play Left 4 Dead, and you meet the guy once you get the Coke out of the supermarket, and it sets off the alarm. The zombie's coming all crazy, and it says, you know, in my haste, I forgot to get Coke. So you go with this soda for him, and he takes a rocket launcher, and blows up the barricade so you can get out. Go to the next stage. But then you realize that when you do the final chapter and everybody's racing across the bridge, that the city, the government is planning to nuke the whole entire city to get rid of them. So all those people that are still there, tucked in, thinking they're safe, they're about to get hit by a nuclear bomb. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting when you think about that. The survivors that you meet along the way. Guy owns a gun store and all this stuff, you know. There's a gun store next to a supermarket. And you can't, what I like about that mission is the fact that you can't use guns, you can't use nothing. You have to carry the coat. So you have to work together as a team. All right, you're going to carry the coat, and we're going to protect you to make sure you get there in one place. Oh man, I love that stuff. I love it when they do stuff like that. I do love it when they do stuff like that. We have to work together as a team. He's going to have the Coke. We're going to make sure they don't get next to him. I think the only thing I miss in Zombies is the Wedding Witch. The Witch was the most, it was so interesting. Especially when they stuck her in the cornfield. Oh my goodness, like why? Would you stick that hideous thing in the freaking cornfield? And you would basically be in there praying you don't run up on top of it and literally bump right into it. Like, oh man, with the witch. I did apparently. Or you run up on top of it and almost hit it. Like over there, the witch is right there. He's right there. And then they had another version. They had the DLC, which had the Wedding Witch. But I do miss the witch. I think that's pretty interesting. Tanks were interesting too. Tanks had their own music. I knew when one of those were coming. People would just be running in different directions trying to get away from it. And I did like the carnival where you had to basically get the gnome, which was one of the achievements of getting the gnome. I do like the fact that developers put that kind of cool stuff in there. Especially Easter eggs. And there was an Easter egg in one of the Battlefields, I think games. Battlefields, it was Call of Duty or Battlefield. I think it was Battlefield. I don't know which one it was. The Megadon. It was a pain in the neck to bring that thing up. The Megadon, that's what it was. Giant shark. Oh, I think in the aircraft carrier, where we was at, somewhere at. Anyway, something you had to do to bring one of them up. The tournament had an Easter egg that when you played on the Frozen maps on the side of the building, when you go up to the higher floors, there was this these ice boxes. I think that's what it was. Hit all the boxes and the door would open up. It'd be a Frozen calendar behind the wall. And the only reason why I figured it out because I was shooting, spraying in that area and I hit all the boxes by accident and it shattered and the cow popped up and I was like, oh shoot, there's a cow behind ice up here. Hidden Easter eggs. Yep. This idea came spirit of the moment because I wasn't planning to do this at all, period. But I thought it'd be good to add like a little texture, would be real nice. So I have to do a nice build up on it. I thought it'd be a cool way to do something different. Try something different. I showed the owner downstairs. I showed him the PC over there. Man, so many questions are asking. Like, okay, so how would you sell this? How would you market this? Stuff like that. I'm like, basically, we got some ideas. Like, if we decide to sell these things, and I've already gotten people asking for requests for things they want to build. The Donkey Kong was pretty interesting. We definitely got to do one of those. I want to do one with myself. I got a whole bunch of them. People are asking me if we can build a Wednesday, an Addams Family version. Yeah, we can pretty much build that, no problem. But as I said before, if we do this, then we have to have a way to construct these things pretty fast and pretty neat, and they have to look pretty cool. So, yeah, we don't want them to be expensive. I get people sit there and say, well, who would buy them? Well, let me explain something to you. Before you guys knew me, I was actually building PCs. I mean, without the modifications with them, I was doing custom builds. So I was making money, serious money, and also too installing operating systems, hard drives, and all that stuff, modifications. And like you see what I did with my power supply over there, yeah, people would pay me to go and take apart their power supplies, put in UV fans, all that stuff. So I can manipulate my parts. And put in liquid cooling systems and all that stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I was doing that. But this is a different type of build. People want something different. So we can sculpt them and design them. PC of their choice. Of course, I'm not going to be doing it all. Got to bring some other people involved, some other artists to bring in. Just like when I first was blessed to make my first screen paint, I had no intentions on selling it in any way whatsoever. My intentions were basically just to have a screen paint that I basically wouldn't have to stare at a white wall all day long and look at something that made my graphic card look horrible. So that's why I wanted to make the screen paint. It was never about money. It became about money when my buddy came in, looked through the door, and said, hey, that stuff looks pretty cool. You should sell it. And that's when I started selling it. The people got mad at us because we chose to sell our products. That's my business. I decided to sell it. But like you making something and you can make a good living, you can make a future for yourself, and somebody gets mad at you because you made that decision. They weren't there to work hard, they weren't there to do all the sacrifice and everything you had to go through, but yet they're mad at you because you decided you want to make a business for yourself. Anything that God gives you at the end of the day, anything He blesses you to have at the end of the day, it's made to basically give you the ability to bless you to have nice things. He gives you those gifts at the end of the day. The only people gonna be upset about that is the devil. He'll be mad about that. Angry about that. Everything we have comes from God. I might have put a little rough structure right there. Now on the art side, I've had that ever since I was young. I was born with it. I used to do paintings and all that stuff, but I gave it up and stopped doing it and walked away from it for 10 years or so, for a long time. And I lost that part. You know, use a gift that God gives you. He'll take it away from you, give it to somebody else. But I didn't lose the ability to do artwork, because then I found other areas that I like to do, which is just splatter and all that stuff like that, and abstract art. I love abstract art. There are other areas that the Lord blessed me to be able to have, but that part of the oil painting's gone. Besides, I probably wouldn't be doing it anyway. I was having problems with the breathing and all that stuff, and the oil paints can be a little bit pungent sometimes. Sometimes they make an odor-free version. For those people that do it, they have told me they make an odor-free version of it. So, right, like I said before, that part's gone, and I've got something else that I really like this. I do like this particular type of artwork. And the thing about it is it's unpredictable, which means basically you don't even know which way you're going. You're just basically just going with the flow. So none of this is being planned. It's just going with the flow. And you know, when you cook something and something tells you it's enough seasoning, don't put any more in. And you don't listen, you jack it up. Yeah. You already know from the door. You just know how much you put in there. Oh, we got the liquid cooling system going in here. And we got a funnel system going for that. Sitting there. I do want to get this right over here. So, yeah. People go and say the ancestors are telling me we're putting in too much just to back it up a little bit. Did we go through all this? I mean, we did what we had to do, but wow, that money quick. Oh, here we go. I had a friend of mine, she was fantastic in wood burning skills. And she was scared to go to the flea market or any place and sell her stuff. And I was like, the only person who's stopping you is you. You're your worst critic. If you can't give yourself enough faith to go out and do it. And apparently she did it finally. And she does that for a living now. You become your worst enemy because you stop yourself. But to remember, not everybody's going to like your stuff. You know what I mean? Some people are going to like it, some people are not going to like it. Those don't like it, then that's their own thing for the day. Any things that I do, things that I don't like everything. One man's trash is another man's treasure. You may see something, to them it may be trashy. It may be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your entire life. So if you want to flip it over, see there. Like I said, this is just the texture we're adding onto it. And we're going to lighten the edge in these areas here, 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 all these different crevices we have. We go back over that with the caulking. That adds more texture to it. And then when you put that pat job in, it'll highlight these areas and keep other areas dark, and these areas will lighten up. And that's how you get that whole multi-shade texture look to it. Gives a nice shadow effect to it. And again, I didn't go to school for art. I didn't go to school for any of that. Everything I got right now, I've been blessed to have is from Jesus. Everything. Everything came from him. Oh, customer. Okay. If you're hitting us up on Facebook and if you're an email, you can reach us from there. We can reach out to you. So let's work on a bit of a project and help them out this project. Structure to it. I'm gonna get back in the Dynasty Warrior. I miss that game. I had the Samurai Warrior. I beat every freaking level with every character and beat the expansion packs. Good game, man. But how do you sit there and do the same thing over and over again? It's not the same thing over again. On top of that, it's Conquering Command, which is freaking amazing. I mean, you got to get a good strategist, and you have to get good arrowmen, archers, what put it that way. And you have to get catapults. Sometimes you get perks like tigers and stuff. And it's basically gaining territory and taking out generals, captains, and all that cool stuff. I would never, and they would have, generals would come up to you and contact you and say, hey, look, let's join together so we can take out this group. I'm like, no, we're here to conquer everything. Yeah, we'd never join with anybody. That would be the computer telling me that, hey, look, let's join up together. We can take out this kingdom. And I'm like, nah, we're not doing that. I'm not splitting my supporters with you at the end of the day. But they could turn around and turn on you. You never know. So no, we wage war with them. Take them out. But I'd make sure that I basically level up all my generals. One of them fall makes the army much more weaker. And you hear the group in the back when one of them falls, it goes, yay! They cheer in the background like, oh shoot, general just went down. Somebody's general went down. Especially if you cut off the gates, no more soldiers can come out. And now you control those gates. Doesn't allow the armies to replenish. Blue. Am I saying anything right? They got what's powerful on the what, man? You got him as a character, you wipe everything out with him. Nothing stood a chance against him. I had one where we entered this castle and they set the castle on fire. It was a trap and set the castle on fire. We were in it. Man, I love that game. It's just a really good game. I gotta go download that. That's a really good game. Really good game. Nice ambush if it had. Enemies all around us. And you got so much going on in the game. They need help here. They need help there. Somebody's being attacked. Someone's castle's being attacked. And you got to go there and you got to help defend their castle and come back. So, I like that game. Well, excited about this, our VR station. So allow me to go anywhere I want to go. And like I said, I'm going to do it simple. I can just build me a everyday PC and just throw the parts in there, but where's the fun? For me, it's different. I do things a little differently. That's what I like to do. I like to do things way outside the box. I want to see a virtual world, and the beautiful thing about these cardboard builds, we are literally building the PC by scratch. Case and all. So, that's what I like about that, being able to build our own cases. But again, like I said, also too, very affordable. That's what he's asking me downstairs. He's asking me how much does it cost to put together the case. So let's see. If you're going to be getting the switches are going to cost you about $7. And then you're going to use regular Elmer's glue. We get that at Family Dollar for $1. And the boxes are free. You can use regular paper tape, packing tape, the paper tape they have. That'll work perfectly. Don't want to use regular tape because that's going to be very hard to paint over. And something that's going to blend in quite nicely with it. But, and if you want to add the power supply with it, which you really don't, because power supplies are just a bare bone kit. They come with the power supplies. If you want to add the power supply in there, power supply is like $50. That's it. Get a 700 watt power supply for $50. And if you don't like the color of it, you change it. Change the color of your fan. Change the color of the case. Just change it. We get those mixed up all the time. Oh, make sure that was legit, because sometimes they be slipping the music that's not copyrighted. That's something that's a lot like Slim Shady. I was like, nope, nope, nope. Nice texture to it. Some people may look at that and think, I don't see it. Well, it's information, it's growing, turning into something, just like PC over here, PC over there. But in my mind, I can see it. I can see the whole thing. I can see the robot, I can see the giant frogs, I see the man-eating plants. I see the malfunctioning power station. I can see everything. Thundercloud system rolling across and lightning strikes. I can see all that. I'm actually going to be doing a customized stand for my VR system. It's going to match this thing. So instead of me going out and spend the money, 120 and so forth, for a oh, that would have been nice if I did it that way on the paper. On this would have been quite hot. We'll do it later on. How about I spent the money for the fish tank or a fishbowl PC? I don't think I would have been happy due to the fact that I had very little room in there to build. I saved a lot of money. You know, by learning how to do this, that means now I don't ever have to spend money for a PC if I want to. And I love that fact. I love that feeling. Yep. Alright, let that dry. It's all assembled. We'll all work for that. I'm never buying this again. That's the worst thing I ever tasted in my life. Pomegranate, blueberry. Ugh. They said I wasted money and I finished it. That was gross. Well, I can honestly say if I ever had the taste of gasoline, if I ever tasted a full swig of gasoline, that would be the closest thing I would have ever come to in my entire life. I'm pretty sure if you put that in a car tank, it'll want the car to start. Maybe I got to eat something. Maybe they like that kind of stuff, but sheesh. I like how you got people that can walk into a room and they can put the whole thing together in their head. You don't see it. It could be a restaurant, busted up old. You can walk in there and see the whole entire environment. You don't see it. See the jukebox over there, and the booths over there, and the kitchen over there. They see it in their head. Same thing when I build stuff. That's why sometimes I say I got to build it first so you get an idea of what I see in my head. I got all these ideas. Lord is transferring to my head. All these visions, all these different machines I want to build. Not only that, screen paint that matches them. Apex camera got a whole complete face job, whole entire complete upgrade on it. I'm just taking a little minute to break. That's it. Just looking at this and watching it dry. God, Lord's blessing me with ideas on how to put stuff together. So I'm just listening to Him speak to me. I'm going to build Scrooge McDuck. I want to build one so badly. So, it's going to be a PC bank. An actual bank, like a PC bank. I want the glass to be clear so you can see a peekaboo window. We can put a whole display in there, cool stuff. I want it so you can see both sides of the vault. You can see the inside where all the gold coins are at. See the other end where you can see Scrooge McDuck and his kids, the nephews they are. I'm going to put a little miniature Scrooge McDuck theme in there. I'm going to go down to the bank and get some of those gold coins and fill it up. Now that surface has to be, that section has to be reconstructed because coins are heavy. Let's take that plastic board and build a nice frame in there. And then basically cover it over cardboard. Somebody had suggested Addams Family. I'm definitely going to do a Donkey Kong. Pac-Man. If we remove this structure, we have this platform right here. I can put a castle there. You can get all the little soldiers and stuff. Make a war field, a battlefield. Or design something like for Warhammer. There's a whole thing to play with. We can make them fishbowl PCs. Since the boards are small, I can literally put the board right there. I don't have to build a structure. I can just stick it right there, whole board. Get micro power supplies. Ooh. Make a little compartment where the grass knoll comes up. I could even make it out of micro mesh so it can breathe. You'll never see it there. So, it's interesting that all these ideas that I was telling me. This is what happened when I first started building PCs. It was just like this. It was non-stop flow of information. And built so many machines. How to get parts, where to buy them, and everything. All resources were open to us to get whatever we needed. And it's with everything we do. The Lord bless us with the blessing to have it and all resources how to get it done. That's why we're the only company that can show our tests live so everybody can see them. Products don't have that we don't have that failure. It's not there. What about God? You want to believe in Him or you're not going to believe in Him? That's what it comes down to. It's not partial. Whether you do or you don't. I believe everything we have comes from Him. That's why we're blessed to have all this. Everything comes from God. That's why you got to understand about King David. King David was an amazing warrior. He was blessed by God. God went out with their armies. No matter how big the armies were, they could be 3 of them in their army. They always would come out victorious. They would win every single time. They make a difference. They went with God. In some situations, there were armies that were far more advanced, more soldiers, more weapons. But King David, going out with God, victory every single time. Didn't make a difference. They had God with him. So if you got God with you, whatever you're doing, there's nothing but victories. Even if you were to fall, you would stand right back up and you would be stronger than what you ever were when you first hit. Every time a true Christian, every time they hit, they come up stronger. We put our faith in God. We put our trust in God. Because we do this, and we have faith in Him, and we put our trust in Him, God blesses us what we need. I first sat there and said that, bring back years back, that before these people came into the picture, that whatever I do, we're going to be to do it with victory every single time because we put God first. And as of now, whether you want to believe it or not, there is no company that can take our technology. People say, well, it's got to be somebody. Well, you have to consider the fact on how much stuff we make. Which one are you talking about? We make a lot of product. So, which one are you talking about? All of them? One of them? So you have to figure out which one. So I find it interesting when people say we're making their product. Which one are you talking about? We made a lot of stuff. We got a black screen print coming up pretty soon I'm making. Has its own site to it. And it's going to come with the Darth Vader bobbleheads. So, which one are you talking about? Alright, that was good. I'll get this over here. Whew, man, this is going to look up. I can't wait to get this done. Can't wait. They always start up at nothing. Well, you look at it, it looks like not much, but that's how they all start out. In my eyes, I see it all. And don't rub your face against that, please. It's a bad habit of rubbing your face against everything. I'm glad we don't have the same tendency you have at the end of the day. Oh, look, a cactus. Let me rub my face against it. Okay, that's done right there because we need to go in and cut out the holes and where we're going to run the cables at and the wires and all that stuff. Get the texture job on it. And the texture job is to go first and make sure bronze multi-painted paint job and give it a more rustic design to it. Some green corrosion around it. And that's a mixture of 3 different paints to do that one. Let's go back over with some caulking, roughen up those edges a little bit more. And then this is where we start doing a lot of wire braiding with wires and skinning them back and showing expose parts and circuits and stuff like that. Another stage we have to go through. So I'm going to get the fan on the table and dry out the table if anything's on it. And I got to go back up, pick up a few things, come back on and get it going to charge a little bit more. And I'm going to next we'll be working on the PC over here, the ice box. Gotta do a paint job in there. I'm just painting here. I'm just painting there. Okay. Alright, let me see what's for time. Time's not bad. I'd like to do a clock tower. I think a clock tower would be pretty nice. And Peter Pan would be cool. And the clock tower would be pretty cool. Now we can't sell those because that'd give me a lot of trouble. And yeah, for this stuff we can't sell those too. It's getting copyrights. But those over there are trademark. Those there we can sell those because we made those. Those are ours. And the nuclear jungle and all that stuff, those are our designs. Anything else that has that right there, we can't sell those. That'll get us in trouble. That's a trademark. Mess with trademarks. We're getting a lot of trouble for that one. I contact them and say, hey, look, I need some permission from you. It's possible that I could use some of your materials And if they say yes, then they're going to ask for a percentage of it. Not a lot, but they're going to ask for some of it. And they are entitled to it because it is their stuff. So that's the proper way of doing it. Without breaking the law. You know, people have to understand that. You know, what if it was you? What if it was your hard work at the end of the day? Somebody just took it and decided to use it for themselves to make money off something you worked hard to build. So it's only fair that you get a percentage of that. But you have that right. So that's why I'd rather always go in and ask permission. And if they say yes, then I can. If they say no, then I can't. Figure out something else. But we already have our own designs. We have tons of our own designs we want to do. God makes it a way so you don't have to. Use your own designs. Okay. So cleaned up. Make sure it's not copyrighted because they do that stuff. Like, oh, it's copyrighted, not copyrighted. And find out it is copyrighted. But it wasn't. So before we paint this one over here, I think what I want to do next is I'm going to show you how to make, I got to pick up something first, show you how to make a box PC like we have over here without using scissors, just a knife. And don't do a butter knife, please. Get yourself one of those little stick knives or whatever, little ridges on it. You don't need anything like I have, but show you how to build one. Very easy to do. We'll get our templates out. We're doing that in the next video. Let me make sure I get all my stuff here. I need to be hunting for stuff when I'm on camera because I get crazy, man. Stuff right in here. Okay, where's the templates for the... Oh, right there, okay. I use these things all the time. Oh, shoot. We had these here the entire time? Whoop-de-doo. We don't have to go out. We can do it right now. We can do it after we do this video. I didn't know we had all this over here. Whoop-de-doo. Scooby-Doo. Got everything here. Everything here. I might put it over here. Paint table. Boy, it's covered in a lot of different interesting colors of paint. Some people, we're going to build a much better event. I got to buy a stand anyway, but we'll right now. Alright, next video, show you how to build that machine over there. Thank you for your time. We thank the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it wasn't for Him, none of this would ever exist. Thank you all, and God bless.